Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, cool. So right now we're live on air. And so this is for the Google Teacher Academy. And right now we only have us three. Hi, guys. And right now I know your microphones are muted, but we have our chat window on the side. So we'll just kind of, chat and use smoke signals and hand signals and things like that. And right now, just to kind of go over the Google Hangout, if you move your mouse around, you should see on the left side, you'll see that we have at the top, hi, and we have Scott who just joined us. So Scott, right now, Jen is restarting her computer, and right now we can't see you, so if we're going right over the Google Hangout. So in the top left corner, if you move your mouse around, you'll see a chat icon. So if you click on the chat icon, okay, bye, Scott. And more people. Okay, we have our chat icon. Right below that, we have our screen share. So if at any point, hi, Scott again. Okay. So if you have any questions at any point, you want to share your screen, we can always do a screen share, and I can see what you guys have on your screen. Below that, well, if you guys want to showcase anything, well, you could, but we're not going to be doing any showcasing today. Q&A, so if we had any Q&A, we could be doing this pop-up Q&A kind of stuff, but we're going to just use our chat, our group chat on the side, which is the top button. And a cameraman, we're not going to be doing any camera panning shots and things like that. But our fun feature, we can use our little Hangout toolbox. And if you guys don't have any of these features, you should see 3 buttons down at the bottom to add more apps. So right now, like I said, we're just going to be using the chat icon right now to talk to each other, add anything, and any additional questions and things like that. So just off the bat, does anybody have any initial questions, things like that, about any of the information? How'd you guys do with your review over the past week? You guys did okay? Understand the material? Like the Gmail stuff? Pretty good with? Feel pretty confident on Gmail?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right now I see Scott, you're muted. Okay.
Wait, I think I just turned off the muting.
Beautiful day out.
Oh, Mary's outside.
Oh, can't hear you.
Who's talking to me?
So if you guys want to just type anything on the side, you can type things on the side. As we were going through the class, definitely some of the things you want to definitely keep in mind when you're taking the test is keeping the 2 computers open. The idea of keeping the 2 computers open. So I'm just going to do just a quick screen share just to give you an idea of some of the techniques that I use when I take tests. So I'm going to do a screen share right now, and I'm going to share my entire screen to give you an idea of what I usually do. And so this is going to now look very funny, but okay. What I usually do when I take a test, and right now it's just showing you the our classroom for the Teacher Academy. But what I typically do when we take a test is I'll have, let's say, our classroom notes here on this side, and then I might open up a whole new window over here. And this might be, let's say, our test domain, okay? And I'd have both these windows open or have 2 separate computers because this is where you might help find the material for the Google test in and of itself. Because Google does not expect you to know everything, okay? They don't expect you to really remember everything, and really make sure that you do look up the information online, because if you don't utilize going through Google and going through the test materials while you're taking the test, you're really undervaluing what is online and what's already out there. Jen, do you have anything to add to that?
I just rolled in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just rolled in. I completely agree with you that you want to split your screen and you want to be able to do your research while you're taking a test, which is completely encouraged. I mean, think about the way the Googlers are. They expect you to, use the tools that are available to you in the most efficient way possible. So I would totally split my screen and search on. That's what I did the first time I took my test, my trainer test. Was I split the screen, searched on one, and did the, and did the test in the other. And if you got multiple screens, then it's super easy that way too.
Yeah, awesome.
Amber, what happened with the first Hangout? I tried to do that one, it didn't work, and then I saw you sent out a link.
Yeah, so it seemed that so there were multiple links that wound up getting sent out. So the first Hangout, what happened was I found out that Rynek doesn't allow on-air Hangouts. So Nick, that might be something that we're going to want to look into.
Yeah.
It seems like the domain does not permit that. So I had to actually send out a link from my personal account to into the domain. And then we were still having issues with that link, so we wound up having to get the correct link. So we wound up figuring it out. But because I couldn't go inside the domain and remain there, that's what wound up kind of glitching it out and taking them just a little bit longer. So we greatly apologize for that. So still always a learning curve, right? And there's still always little glitches, but that won't be on your test.
And where are you, Amber? Looks like you're home.
It is. I am home. I had to just run home and grab a doctor's note. So I cut out a little early. So Jen's on location, Jen's on site, and I'm at distance-based learning here.
Yeah, Nick actually came in a little bit. It's still, Mary, it's still a little choppy. Yeah, Nick came in looking for class, and I was like, dude, it's in Hangout today.
I'm all over the place today.
I bet you I've got more on you today.
Jen takes the cake today.
Today, yeah, I'm telling you, I've been around today. Mary, you're still breaking up a lot.
She's out of range of her Wi-Fi, maybe.
Yes, probably.
Earbuds would be really useful too. The mic for earbuds is very helpful.
Mute her.
Yeah. I'm also thinking possibly wind.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Google Docs and cheat sheet, I had links to Google Docs where we could look for information while testing.
You're very muffled. The video is better. It's so hard trying to do this while you're watching your own video. I've done it a million times.
Is she using her phone?
Yeah.
No, is she using her phone or is she using
I thought she was on her phone.
I thought she was on a Chromebook.
Oh, is she?
I don't know, I just assumed.
Yeah. So anything else? So now I can actually hear people rather than just myself.
This is cool.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Did you talk about the Google update, Amber? How many
I was just about to. So one of the really exciting things about it, you notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us that are right now on the Hangout. So typically we've said in the past that 10 people can be visually seen on the Hangout, but and they're rolling this out, I guess, ASAP, right, Jen?
Yeah, it's rolling out. It's getting pushed out immediately.
Yeah. So now they're changing it so that instead of just 10 people being out on the Google Hangout, it's going to be up to 15 to 25 people we're going to be able to visually see on this Google Hangout. So think about how this can be really used and utilized in your classroom setting. It's really going to be a game changer for the classroom format.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Go.
Sorry about that. I was outside and on my Chromebook. Okay. So Janine, we were talking about for the test itself, Janine was thinking of creating some sort of like a Google Doc that had links to where to find answers. I think that that's helpful. Is there like, are there specific locations that are the best thing to link to rather than like just the general form?
Like a cheat sheet?
Yeah. To have
You know, honestly, being able to link to a lot of the Google information that you've already been studying for. But when I look into that stuff, and when I've really researched it myself, there's one specific part of it, and it's like the fourth section when you're studying into it. It's not the quiz section, but it's like right before that quiz section.
review.
Yes, it's that review section. That's really, if you take that review section and chunk that review section, that's really where you're. I think you're going to find the majority of your information, because that almost summarizes like the whole sections.
Is it better to paste that or just like link to it?
Well, you want to know what? Here's the thing. Control F is going to be your best friend.
Right. Okay.
And as long as everybody knows, Control F means find. You know, honestly, utilize that so much, because as you're going to be using that on every search page. As long as you can use that as your search, like, Jen, do you agree? Oh wait, Jen, quiet, Jen.
I muted myself.
I know.
Lynette's trying to get in, and so I was just trying to help her.
Okay.
But yes, I Control F everything for trying to search for my answers. Sometimes it works really well. Usually it does.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. I open the PDF and I search everything.
Yeah. So and Jen and I have taken many of these Google tests. And honestly, they're not straightforward, the questions. They don't, like I told you last class, they're made by Googlers, they're not made by teachers. And therefore, being made by Googlers, they are, they're not expected to be Googleable answers.
Right. Got it.
Right.
Are they meant to be like trick questions, like where they sort of trying to trick you up? Or
Some of them are. Some of them are like, but then again, Amber has more of a recent history with them than I do. So some of the things that I found out with some of my questions, you will find some questions that are going to be outdated. But a lot of this is performance-based now. But they roll out updates so fast that you will probably come across a situation where you're going to be asked to do something with a tool that doesn't exist or has moved or has changed in some way. So don't freak out about that. You just leave that feedback in the test.
Yeah. For example, like the information I just gave you about Hangouts going from 10 users to 15 to 25 users, if they say 10 users on the test, the answer is 10 users. It's not 15 to 25. Okay?
You said that about something else last week, but there was something else.
Oh,
the old test that was changing.
No, I think I was saying that about like I remember it was like the S on the end of a word. That was the fill in the blanks on the test, on the questions that you were doing last week. But on the test, it's all multiple choice and matching, but not fill in the blank. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Other questions?
Still trying to help Lynette out.
No.
So they updated the users for Hangouts from 15 to 25. Did they update it on the personal one?
No. It's it's only for customers, so it's only ed or EDU or business.
Gotcha.
They probably will do personal eventually.
How was the studying this week? Everybody do okay?
just started over on both trainings just to refresh myself on everything.
Hey, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
Good. She got on no problem with some good audio, unlike me.
Oh, not with no problem though.
Oh no, you had problems.
Yeah, a lot.
But you're here.
I know.
It's okay. We had problems too, so it's okay.
Yeah, we did.
You're in good company.
Mary, I want to see a cameo of one of your kids.
Am I unmuted? One of them is very interested, but he's a little. I keep saying, "Do you want to say it?" Like he's looking at.
You can say hi. Yeah, my kids totally photobomb my Hangouts all the time.
They cameo.
They do.
Oh.
This is JP.
Hi, JP.
Oh.
Oh, you're a cutie.
Thank you. Say how old are you? 3.
Hello.
3? Wow, you're so big.
What? Now hold on. My sister wants to say hi to you now.
Oh, of course. Hi.
Oh, so cute.
How old is she?
She's 3. They're twins.
Oh my goodness. So my 2 guys, literally, like my son actually begins to gradually push me out of the screen now and starts having conversations with whoever I'm speaking with. And Lena will just occasionally just start jumping behind me.
That's what they do on FaceTime. I have a 7-year-old too, and that's what they do on FaceTime. Like I'm not even in the picture.
All right, Nick can't hear anybody anymore. Does that mean we can start talking about Nick behind his back because he can't hear us?
Is there a way to mute what you're listening to on this? Does the big button mute up here?
The big button at the very top will mute you.
Is there a way to mute, like if there's a way to mute what's happening on this for a second?
Oh, I just turn off the speaker on my laptop.
So you just like
Mary, you sound like you're in a bubble.
I do?
Yeah.
Regular computer.
So, Mary, are you on your Chromebook?
My God. Guys, we can hear you now.
Nick, are you on a laptop? Nick? He still can't hear us. Who's on a laptop? Who's on a Chromebook?
I'm on a
Laptop.
Laptop.
I'm on a Chromebook.
You're on a Chromebook?
I'm on a MacBook.
And Lindsay, what are you on?
We can't hear us.
They can't hear us?
No. We can hear you.
I can hear them.
Does anyone else find it dizzying?
Yes, I can hear Lindsay.
Yes, we can hear you guys now.
Oh, it works? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It wasn't working before.
Wendy.
It was a good thing you weren't saying anything funky in the background.
turned off.
Yeah, no, Lindsay, I think your mic was on mute before.
We had both. We were like going back and forth. It didn't work for a while.
Yeah,
Now,
you're totally fine. I hear you clearly.
okay, now
Where are you guys? Are you in Lindsay's classroom?
we're in my classroom.
So, guys, you can all take turns also clicking on the squares to make somebody big. So if you wanted to focus on one picture, go ahead and click on somebody's picture and it'll make them big.
If you focus on one person, does it stop? I find it very dizzying the speed at which the pictures are changing.
Right, so that's why I always have one person selected and just
Wow.
keep one person big. So I usually just have the person who's speaking, like the main presenter, big.
Wow.
Who is that, Amber?
That's her new doggy.
This is Wendy.
Randy, who's very happy that his mom is home early.
Wow. Scott, why does your picture say Andy?
Yeah, it does.
Andy?
It does! It says Andy.
Andy Cohen from Bravo.
Who?
Andy from Bravo. Spelled wrong. Andy from Bravo.
All right, so does somebody want to try screen sharing?
Wait, let me log out and see if I can log back in. Maybe one of my students is on here.
Does somebody want to try screen sharing?
I actually have to log off and go pick up my other child from her CrossFit class.
Oh, I love that your kid's in CrossFit.
Yep. We have a lot in common. I'm paleo too.
You are?
Yeah. I I've seen that. So I've been gluten-free for 3 years, but I went paleo like a year and a half ago.
How did I not know this? We should totally be hanging out.
You said it in class either.
Huh?
I said I didn't know it about you until you said it in class either.
Yeah, I've been in CrossFit for like 4 or 5 years, and I've been paleo for 3.
Yeah, following. I didn't know you were paleo until you mentioned it the other week.
Too funny.
All right, so I have to go pick up my oldest.
Okay. Yeah? Okay. Amber, you're muted. Linda, nice kitchen.
Well, I just figured I was playing with my dog, so I figured.
And I'm seeing my dishwasher.
I like your kitchen, Linda. I'd like to hang out there.
Oh, thank you.
That's like totally my style. So does somebody want to try screen sharing, like sharing your screen with us?
Should we check what we have open first? I mean, not that there's any.
Now take your mouse and roll it over to the left of your screen so you can see the apps that pop up.
Yep, no, I see it.
Okay. So if you want to screen share with us, you just hit the icon that's below the chat box that shows the green screen with the white arrow out. Scott is his true self now. Thank you.
I'll show you what I kept getting before when I was trying to join. You ready?
Yep. Oh, that's no fun. So right now, guys, Linda's screen sharing. So I'm probably big because I'm talking, but if you click on Linda's screen, she'll go big.
Yeah, that's much better. You can hide people.
Now, how do I go back?
Okay, so you just look at. To try screen sharing? Lindsay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
And we can hear you.
And what happens with Showcase?
Amber, I gotta take this call.
Okay. So Showcase allows you to basically it's similar. It's a similar.
Yeah, now I can.
Hello, Lynette.
What happens with Showcase? I gotta take this call. Okay. So Showcase allows you to basically it's similar.
Who's got me in the background somewhere?
What?
I'm hearing myself duplicated somewhere.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, Lynette, do you have another screen open?
I just shut it off.
Oh, okay, you got it off. Okay. So Showcase is a similar tool to oh, it's disabled right now. I was gonna say it's a similar tool to the screen share, but
Okay.
you're showcasing kind of like websites. But it seems to be disabled. So, seems to be unable to use that tool right now.
It says this feature is disabled.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It seems to be disabled right now. So they must have taken it out because it's such a similar tool to the screen share. Because it's basically you're sharing out websites.
Here. Hi, Janine.
Hi.
Hey. We got more and more people. I know it's been tough to get on today. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I know, Janine, you're here.
No, I was my light went off.
Oh. Hey, bounce around, jump around.
I've been watching, but I wasn't able to get on.
Yeah, it's been tough, but I'm glad you're watching.
Yeah.
So we have some screen sharing, and then the Hangouts toolbox. Does everybody see that on the left side? Yeah.
The toolbox. The one that says control room?
No, right below the control room. Does anybody have that below the control room or no?
No, I just have recent apps.
Okay, so if you have recent apps, do you guys have the 3 dots below that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So under the 3 dots, if you click Add Apps, and actually I'm going to screen share at this point. So I'm going to screen share my Google Hangouts. Ready? Okay. Sorry, I know that looks very funny right now. Sorry, I know it looks weird. But I'm screen sharing because I wanted to show you. I hate it when it does that.
So it's just doing that because she's actually screen sharing her screen share. So that's why.
Exactly.
Lynette, you're in.
Hey, there she is. Okay. So I'm just going to stay on Lynette right now because, all right. So you guys can see where it says View More Apps now on the left side. And then where it says Add Apps. If I click on Add Apps, you can see it has all these additional apps. Now these are really good because some of them, especially if you're in music.
Oh, and guys, just make sure you click on Amber's name if you're still looking at her screen small.
Oh yeah, thank you. So you can see where it says Soundation, Flat. You also have things that are collaborative drawing tools here, which are really nice. Oh. Jen, I gotta take this call.
Okay, I'm on it.
You're on it? Okay.
Yeah, so I'll
Thanks.
take the screen share. Just let it go.
Okay.
Oh, it's here. No, that's that mean?
Just waiting for her to let it go.
Okay, I'm trying to.
There.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Okay, so I'll take over from there. So what Amber was talking about was those were the other apps that are available. There's quite a few apps. Probably the most fun app. I'm also going to take you into our toolbox. So when you're doing an official hangout and you're doing a hangout with, let's say, an author or some kind of professional that's in, you want to turn on your lower third. So I'm going to show you how to turn on your lower third, but I'm going to turn off my camera first because that way I don't want to get you into that loop. So my camera's off. I'm going to screen share. I'm going to screen share my screen. All right, we're looping. On the left-hand side.
Whoa.
That's why I went into Lynette's before.
Yeah.
I just jumped on someone else's so I didn't loop as much.
There we go.
There you
So
go.
I'm screen sharing. Lynette, you're back on. So I'm going to go here to.
And once again, if you click on Jen's, then you can see everything that's being screen shared. Just click on Jen's screen at the bottom.
So I'm going to Hangout Toolbox, and I have to give it permission because this is a newer version. And Hangout Toolbox opens up on my right-hand side. The thing that everybody really likes is turning on their lower third, which makes you look very professional. So if I turn this on, my name is automatically there. Here I could also say, like, Rhinebeck High School if I wanted to. I could even choose a logo if I wanted to, or I could choose a picture if I wanted to. Let's say there's anything on my desktop that, let's see, screenshot, Pete Kids, FBI. Yeah, sure, why not? There we go. I'll pick the professional picture. So I'll have my logo that's there if I want to. And when I turn on my lower third now, if you take a look, it should be, if I go off of screen sharing, now you'll see that I have a picture showing. Let me turn back on my camera. There we go. So now my lower third is turned on. Yeah, it makes you look very official, you know. So again, that's going to the Hangout Toolbox and turning on your lower third. And what a lot of people do is for that picture, they put in like their school mascot or the emblem of their business. But whenever you're doing Hangout with other people, you want to make sure that you have your lower third turned on. It's like the first thing that anybody that's used to Hangouts does is that we put on our lower third because it makes it a lot easier for us to be able to interact with each other. And did you put in the magic one, the effects, Amber? Or is she on some phone?
I'm muted right now, but I didn't talk to them about the magic effects yet.
Okay. So
when I click on the Hangouts toolbox, I get a column on the right-hand side, but it's completely blank. It's just white. There's nothing in it.
Did it give you any? Did it ask you for permission yet?
No.
Mine's like that too.
It may just be loading. It may be loading very, very slowly.
Okay, ours is like that too.
Yeah, it just might be loading very, very slowly right now, and especially if you're in district right now. I think you're in your class, right?
Yes.
Also, some of the tools have been disabled, so that could also be some of the issue as well.
But I'm in my Rhinebeck, so it should be okay.
Okay.
All right, so the next thing, I'm going back to my screen share, and I'm focusing on Scott now. Scott, you are on.
I'm in.
Of course, while you're eating. All right, I'll go to Nick. There we go. All right, so I'm going now to Google Effects. And I also have like 13% on my laptop, so I'm going to have to go there. All right, so I'm opening up Google Effects. Now, this is the silly one everyone has a good time with. And Lindsay, since you guys are together, you're going to actually be able to have more fun with this. So Google Effects is like what everybody plays with when we're using a Google Hangout. This lets you put on like halos, devil horns, little sparkly tiaras, pirate's mask, or whatever over yourself. So you can see my screen. You can see that I now have on the right-hand side all of these items. And if I go and pick on one of these, I have to go back and turn off my screen sharing now so you can see. There you go. So now I'm a pirate. Oh yeah, it's on now.
Wait a second, I'm the pirate, Jen.
You're not the pirate.
You need the
You
peg
can be the
leg.
pirate then. I will be the princess.
You need the peg leg then.
Now, the cool thing, the cool thing, everybody should see Lindsay play with this because the two ladies that are together with Lindsay right now, if you go to these particular things, you can reach over to the person next to you and take them off.
What?
So go ahead and try it. If you have somebody next to you, you can take it off.
I don't
How?
You reach your hand over.
Reach
And
over.
it follows you.
What?
Reach over and take it off of her.
No, it doesn't.
You have to sweep your hand almost in front of her.
Like that. Oh,
April Fool's.
there you go.
I don't know how that happened. That's really cool.
That's
the
crazy.
It's the silly stuff that, that,
Really,
They're passing masks.
that's funny. That's really funny.
Well,
this is
look
what
at that. Look at your lower third. It looks great.
But we also talked about last time how this could be really good for storytelling, how this could be really useful, for things of that nature. So think about, especially Scott, great, if you think about, when you're doing the play and things like that, kids can really get into things of this nature. They're telling stories and things like that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get mine to work. I think I'm almost there. Do I have to be on screen sharing to do it? How do I get it once I join it?
So once you click on the Google Hangout toolbox, like mine is still loading. Or sorry, Google.
Well, I've got the effects on the right-hand side. What do I have to make my own self big in order to drag it over?
To put it on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you
Click
do
on
that?
yourself. Yep. So click on yourself and then.
You guys are having too much fun over there with the pirate gear.
Okay. And then once you click on yourself, then you should see draw, stamp, and text. If you're on the drawing tool, are you on the drawing tool, Scott?
I'm in the headwear.
Oh, wait, I didn't do it. You don't have toolbox. What is that?
Oh, I got it. Oh, you just double.
There you go.
It's for my
How do you get the noise?
What are the noises?
The noises are just another, after you
What
go
is it?
through headwear, eyewear,
Sounds. There
get
we go.
sounds.
Yeah, click that. So fun. So,
Background.
How I got here anyway.
oh, neat.
Can you hear me at all?
Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How?
Oh, there.
Yeah, everyone's having fun.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa.
We're like in a
This is a really silly question, but so when I'm looking at my lower third, it's mirror image.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can choose to see it the right way if you want to. It's a toggle switch on the bottom, but we see it the right way.
You do? Okay, that was
Yeah.
my question.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that that when we first started using the lower third, it was a very weird thing that kind of I had to get used to. But then once you learn how to switch it back and forth, it kind of feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
Stuff's fun, huh?
Everyone's having fun.
Just. We're gonna show this to Dr. Mustick. This is all gonna go on your year-end review.
APBR.
Oh. This is part of your professional learning community.
Well, I could get the text to work, but the Google, the Hangout toolbox will not come up.
Yeah, me either. Ours won't either.
Really? That's so weird.
Yeah.
So let me show you something else too. You also, if you go in the Hangout toolbox, the very next option to your lower third is volume control, and you can control the volume of each individual person separately.
Yeah.
Where is that? In control room?
In Hangout toolbar. So hang on 1 second. And you girls are on. And let me get out of this. And if I go to Hangout Toolbox, right here to volume control, I can control the volume for each individual person. So if one person's background is like super loud, I can turn that down as well.
Those eyes are taking me out.
Dude, I didn't even put them on! That's funny.
Wait, how do you put stuff on other people?
Amber, how did you do that? Because I know we do.
How to do that.
I did draw. I had draw on. You stamped me.
I stamped you.
Stamped.
So, okay, so Scott, if you open up the drawing tool right now.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. So you, as well as the other person, needs to have the drawing tool operating. So right now, like Scott, you don't have the drawing tool operating.
Where is the app? Where do I have to go to the apps?
So yeah, it's the pen. Yeah, it's got.
Someone,
it's like a
someone
pencil.
invited me to use it.
I did.
Thanks.
There you go, Scott. You're welcome. Because Jen, how old am I? 2.
2. No, I think you're more like a 12-year-old boy.
I think just about.
Nick is going to town with draw right now.
Well, that's why Nick and I can play together, because Nick and I are just about the same age. So you know.
Just did that.
See? Well, because Jess and I are right up. You know, we're right in the same ballpark here. So. See, but Scott, you're not wearing. Scott doesn't have the right eyes on. Scott's got to have the right eyes on.
We'll give him a mask.
Oh yes, there you go. You can do a Batman voice.
Nice.
All right, Amber, I'm gonna have to wrap it up on my end.
I think we all do. It's 4:24 now. Does anybody have any last-minute questions before we take off? And you guys can, you know, feel free to draw and stamp on each other all you want.
Now, when you close the call, everyone should leave because then
I could put the Steve Avaro beard on me.
Wait, sorry, Jen. Everybody should what?
Well, I think it'd probably be all good for us all and leave the hangout together. Amber's having a cloudy day. But also, yeah, just like what Amber said, we're all here for you as you go through the testing process. Use your split screen If you're not using tab scissors, that's really a good one to use. That helps you, but you can just split your screen. 2 monitors is really, really nice if you can manage that, or 2 separate devices is super, super nice to get that done.
Yeah, and definitely if you don't have like, if you're not comfortable with the trackpad on the computer, definitely just get yourself an external mouse. It just is going to make yourself life a lot easier. All right. Any last minute stuff?
Why are there?
2 Nicks.
Wait, what?
Wow.
There's now 2 Nick Lopez.
He's walking.
Nick had 2. Oh, he came back in.
But you never left the other one.
No, that happens once in a while on a freeze, where one account stops working, and then you actually got to log out and come back in, and that one will eventually leave. Yeah.
Yeah. So it left now. So if you honestly, between now and the next month, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email Jen or myself. We're here for you guys.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys all did great. It was a pleasure being with you.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Amber, thank you. I'll see you later.
No problem. Later.